game started out with drawing clothing, which we played. So we're at the beginning of the game after we chose our initial cards because clothing comes before writing at the first turn. So use clothing to pop up my yellow because clothing will let you score points based on colors you have that your opponent doesn't. So since I had blue and I had yellow and I had the majority of the leaves, it blocked them from scoring any points. So now I'm going to use clothing again to pop that red card up to get 2 more points. So we're almost close to 5 points, which will be our first achievement. They brought city-states out. They have the majority there, so I want to be careful as to how many castles I have out because city-states, if you have 4 or more, you can pop the castles out. So I did a couple draws here, got 2 yellow cards, which I didn't want to replace with masonry at this point. I was trying to determine whether or not to try to get the masonry achievement. So I drew. Alright. And now he pulled metalworking, which gave us 2 points in our favor, plus mathematics, which would be a good benefit. So I'm going to get that first achievement fairly easily. I'm going to use clothing to pop mathematics up and grab another 2-pointer because he doesn't have yellow out. I'm holding most of the first level yellow and half of the second yellows. We don't know if, because there are only 9 cards, since the 10th card is used for the achievement, we don't know which card in the second level is held out. Used map making to pull one of my 1-pointers. We're going to use mathematics to pop up a 2, change it to canal building to optics, which gets us up in the coins and puts us in the majority with the coins, so he won't be able to use these states. We also eliminated all our castles, so he has no way to pull points from there. So now he's contemplating his first action. So at this point, we're in pretty good shape. I'm holding back agriculture for the moment, just in case there's an opportunity to exploit it. Alright, so he throws medicine up. Right now medicine will not work because I have more leaves than he does showing on the board. I use optics to draw, and that lets me draw meld. I did not get a coin, so I have to surrender a card to him. But that's okay, we still have a pretty comfortable margin. So for my second action, I was debating what to do, and I decided to go with optics again. And that covered up, gave him compass, gave me translation, and also pulled alchemy in for me. So we still hold a majority in the coins and a majority in the leaves. So he achieved the classical achievement by getting $10 points. So now I'm playing agriculture. I'm going to convert alchemy, so he's choosing to get a 3-pointer. I'm going to convert my 3-pointer to a 4-pointer, so that puts the score at 16 to 13, and that pulled paper back for me. So in his turn, his first action will be, so now he has the majority of the leaves. I still hold the majority of coins by 1 or 2 points. So that action gave me 3 points. We'll get to 3 points. I'm returning a 1-pointer to get a 4-pointer. The reason we drew the 4-pointer is because with printing press it goes off the 2 points, 2 higher than the purple card, and I don't have a purple card, so I would have drawn 2, but there are no 2s, so it kept skipping up to 4, so that was a good advantage to me. For his second action, he's playing gunpowder, gets him into the factories. I'm going to use agriculture to get another 5 points. Got it, 4 points. We have perspective. I'm going to trade perspective in because I really don't have a board to support that or cards in my hand to take advantage of it. So we still maintain, we're in 1 point deficit right now, which gave him the 4 point. So it's 2-2. Give him the 4 point achievement, or the age 4 achievement, which is 20 points. Every achievement is 5 points. So let's check out my score pile, see what was in there. Because I can still use translation to pop the entire score pile out. I think I was trying to decide whether I want to do that or not. He played printing press again, so I use that to pull philosophy. And the nice part with philosophy is another way to get some easy points into the score pile. So that gave me 4 pointer. I get to play that. He put perspective up. So we gained 3 points on him with that play. Our first action, we'll play optics to draw another card. That gives me steam engine. The 5 points lets me take the 5 point achievement. Even if they get enough to get the 5 point to 5 H5 achievement on their side, they can't do it until it's their turn. So we're actually up to the 6 point achievement. If we can get 6 on the board first, we could pull that as well. So our opponent's taking the first, he draws a 5, and he plays it. Astronomy is a good way to advance cards to your board. You get to play blue and greens continually. But it's our turn, so at this point, what are we going to do? So one of the things we might do is use steam engine because we don't really need those castles anymore. And they never really had a lot of castles on his side, so we could play steam engine to draw cards, hoping to get some yellows pulled in. Because with steam engine, you draw 2 cards, tuck them, and then score your lower 5. So that's probably close to the only play, except maybe paper, but paper will let me draw cards for everything splayed to the right. So at this point, we do steam engine. He pulled the red and green in, and I popped his yellow. The other thing it could do is get rid of his yellow cards. So there's a couple different reasons to use that card. If we could drain his yellow cards, that's one. The yellows have a lot of leaves in them, so if we could pull them out that way, that would be one way to get the majority back. Although neither of us are pretty strong on leaves currently. So now he's using astronomy, so he only pulled 1 blue that time. Encyclopedia will let him play the top scoring cards in his pile, so I doubt he's going to pull those out because we're pretty close in this game. So I'm going to use machine tools, which allows me to match my top tool, and because he doesn't have as many factories as I do, I can get another easy 12 points out of it. I should be able to get a 6 point achievement when the time comes, next turn. Let's see what he does for his first turn. He's going to pull. He played metric system. Alright, now we get first action. So he used. So let's see what we're going to do here. It's still nice to have steam engine up there. He's really underdeveloped with his factories. So we still hold the majority of factories by 2. And we want to get 7 on the board. So at this point, I'm playing canning. Then we're going to draw and tuck a 7, and hopefully this 7 will go under one of the smaller piles. In this case it did not, so we're losing. I'm going to display our yellow cards to the right, which gives us more icons because when you display right, it reveals the leftmost side of the card, which has space for 2 icons on them. He's still behind in factory, so we don't have to share. Yeah, no, wait a minute. Yeah, he's still behind factory, so we don't have to share the dogma with him. So at this point he played combustion, which, because he has more coins, he has at least 4 coins, so we have to transfer a card for every 4 coins. So we will probably pop out a 1-pointer here, or 2-pointer, just to keep it from losing too much of a score. He's not going to get very far because he has 5 or 6 coins, so he's going to have to put some more coins up to be a significant threat, and that causes him to burn the bottom card of his red pile. So now we draw. We use mathematics to change evolution to an 8-pointer. Of course, he has more light bulbs than us, so he also gets a chance to return his card if he chooses to. And he did. So we got sanitation. Still a little behind on leaves, but so now we're going to have to return evolution. That's the only card we have, which isn't a bad thing. Our goal is to just get a higher card on the board so that we can score more achievements. Because with 57 points we should be able to grab the last 3 achievements. And we definitely want to keep the 7 away from him because he's at the age 7 achievement almost with 34 points. He only needs 1 more. And if he gets that 1 more, he'll be able to grab that 7. But we should easily be able to grab the 7 and the 8 here. So let's see what happens. Goes to 7, brings in the 8, get quantum theory. Quantum theory has the potential to carry you into an unexplored realm of the game where the higher cards have several alternate win conditions, which we kind of want to avoid, I think, in this case, because you just never know. However, his board is underdeveloped at this point. His cards aren't splayed, except for blue. It doesn't have a lot of advanced icons out there, so. But in the end, I think we're just going to grab the 7, we'll grab the 8, put in the 9 achievement, which would be 45 points, a little bit out of his grasp. So he's going to use combustion to take away the cards. Now we're going to use quantum theory to get up to 10, and this should give us the ability to get that last achievement if we can survive and not lose that card till next turn. So now it's his turn to take a card. So what's our opponent going to do? He's thinking. He's going to play Emancipation. That'll allow us to spread our cards to the right. So we will probably do that. Not exactly sure why he played Emancipation. I think he was trying to get that card out of my hand, but he miscalculated because we both have factories. So he didn't get the demand part of the card did not work for him. And that was a bad miscalculation on his part because when we splay that red pile, we're going to definitely add more factories to the table, to our tableau. Nope, we're not actually. We only have coins under it. So I could display their purple cards, which I'm sure he will do. It did not give him what he wanted. So now at this point we can simply play that 10 up there. Except we didn't do that. We went the quantum theory route. Okay, so we exchange the 2. Grab another 10 pointer. He used combustion again to try to whittle down our score. This time he has 12 up there. So it goes down to 65. He's going to do it again. As long as we don't go below 45, we'll be okay. We have to transfer 3 more cards out. So we're going to lose about 12 points here. 12 points to take us down to 53. So we're still not in danger of not being able to get that last achievement yet. So at this point, instead of risking it, we play miniaturization, I believe. Nope. Oh, we are going to risk it. Quantum theory. Quantum theory yet again. And we get databases. And that puts us up to 63. And now databases is a card we can use to increase our lead and hopefully win the game. As long as he doesn't manage to take it away from us. He doesn't. He puts lighting up. So for second action, he draws and melts electricity. We're going to put database up. And we're just going to take the achievement and call it a day. We probably could have taken the achievement 2 turns before, but for some reason I was fixated on using quantum theory. So it was a good win for us.